Tonight's game pits the San Francisco 49ers against the Denver Broncos, and while the network may be different for the NFL,
he picked out a shady spot on the steps of Red Rocks to record some of the voice track for one of the stories on E.T. and found a few minutes to clown around.
This is where we are. See, in case I didn't know where we were, they put this on here, so I know exactly where we are. If we were in New York, this would say New York. It's just that simple. Somebody stop me!
A few minutes later, the upper corner of Red Rocks became a mini version of Hollywood as they beamed his part of the show back to L.A. The other reason he's here is for a benefit concert next week for the Olympic athletes.
We were looking for the perfect venue to stage a tribute to sport, and I wanted to play with a full orchestra. The Colorado Symphony is a fantastic orchestra. They've done things like this before, and we couldn't find a bigger, more vast amphitheater than Red Rocks. And we're bringing in 15 cameras and 72 tracks of digital recording, and Nadia Comaneci and Bart Conner are going to perform, the Olympic champions are going to perform routines to some of the music, so we've got a lot of stuff planned. I think we probably are bringing in more lights than anybody ever has. Yeah, the lighting budget on this thing is $200,000.
Now they're just hoping for no rain.
It is one of the premier concert venues in the country, but Red Rocks has never sold liquor. Now the city says it may be time to change.
Mainly for hospitality, before and after events at the trading post, but also at the amphitheater for mature audience events.
What's a mature show? I haven't seen one this year.
Barry Fay is the biggest concert promoter at Red Rocks. Most of his shows are rock concerts, but he says any audience has trouble with the rugged, steep terrain, and alcohol would only increase the risk of injury.
It's a very steep rise. They have to walk down, and there's winding roads. I mean, I'm not just saying kids get in accidents, obviously, adults do too.
But the director of theaters and arenas says audiences are different.
We have 4 or 5 promoters that do events at Red Rocks, and we have a number of mature audience shows like the Symphony, Bonnie Raitt, and we'd like to offer them the full service that we do at McNichols Sports Arena or the Buell Theater or Betcher Concert Hall.
As it is, the city of Denver owns Red Rocks, but the park sits in Jefferson County, so the Jeffco commissioners would have to approve a liquor license. Denver would like to use the profits from liquor sales to improve the park, and it hopes that by next summer, concert goers will be sipping a glass of wine as they take in the view and the music on the rocks.
A party for peace, love, and happiness crashed into a violent clash with police on downtown Morrison's only street.
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Down the ground! No!
Down the ground!
Stay there! I don't care! Go! Back up!
Hundreds of these neo-hippies, called Phish heads, have come here from all over the country, following the rock band Phish to Red Rocks Amphitheater.
So uncalled for.
And with a reputation for laid-back, pot-smoking nonviolence, people could barely believe this was happening.
We're just dancing and trying to have fun, man. We should be able to do whatever we want. Just breathe it, man.
Same scene here.
We just try to get the people to move, and they're just tying up the whole town.
For 2 days now, these hundreds of Phish fans have been lined up and camped out along the shoulders of these roads here in Morrison. But then tonight, a girl got hit by a car, and then shortly after that, according to witnesses, a police officer got hit in the head with a bottle. And that is the moment they then decided to come sweeping down the street, clearing all the Phish fans out. That led to resistance, more bottle throwing, and about a dozen arrests. John Reed lives here and says it never had to come to this, and he blames the police.
They've just forced an issue, and they've pushed the kids until the kids, they just want to have a good time. And all this riot gear and this line of cop cars back here is ridiculous for a few little kids that want to have a good time.
Police say they acted appropriately, and that part of the problem was just too many Phish heads jamming into this tiny town.
We're a very small town, and we're just doing the best we can to work with it. So I just think you had too many people in this one little small area at one time.
With 2 more nights of Phish concerts and 2 more nights of Phish heads, everyone in this town of 450 is just hoping for a quick return to the sounds of harmony. In Morrison, Phil Keating, 9 News.
The rocks are beautiful. It is so pristine. And it always has been.
It's one of Colorado's most popular spots, but some folks are worried that the beauty of Red Rocks is in danger. These towers sitting beside Red Rocks could be getting new neighbors, 2 new communications towers.
You see towers, metal, man-made constructions. It just doesn't add to the ambience of Red Rocks.
Bear Creek Development, the company that owns the land, says it doesn't have much choice in the matter. The new towers will broadcast digital television. The current tower is used by a local TV station. Now the federal government says all broadcasters, including Channel 9, have to make the switch to the crisper, more detailed picture. The city of Morrison isn't going along with this new technology without a fight.
I think it's obnoxious to have to live with this sort of technology that close to you. Why don't we put billboards up there?
The Bear Creek Development Company wouldn't speak to us on camera, but an employee says the technology is just part of life. The company's holding a community meeting on Thursday to see if there's anything they can do to make folks feel more comfortable with that tower. But some Red Rocks fans say that's just not good enough.
When I came out here for the natural beauty of the state. And it just seems to me that the corporations want to take that away.
And you can bet Tom Noel hopes the city of Morrison gets its wish and Red Rocks doesn't get any more big towers. Sandra Fiedler, 9 News.
What's new at Red Rocks is the box office. It's now one of the only drive-through box offices in the country. Gone is the shack and haggard parking of days past. Remember when traffic would get all messed up? But one thing you probably won't see that we're going to show you. Tad Bowman showed us a few things only rock stars have ever seen before.
We're in what we call dressing room 1. It's routinely used as the star dressing room. So each of the shows up here, the star, the main act, the headliners, this is where they hang out when they come up to Red Rocks. This whole backstage area at Red Rocks was originally built with big, large rooms for changing rooms for men and women for theatrical type productions. We're walking out the way that the performers walk out to the stage. And this is where they want to play. I've heard for the performers, Red Rocks is the place to be. Yep, there's a tunnel that goes under the seats to get you up there.
Let's go check that out.
All right. Come out of the tunnel, and this is where the guys work. They set their audio boards and so forth, equipment right here on these platforms. And this is where they control how loud. And
someone Sting or Bono or Phil Lesh or could be standing here, checking you out.
That's right.
And you'd never know it.
So you watch what you do out there. One night I was having a quick bite to eat downstairs in the dining room, and Warren Haynes from the Allmans and Government Mule and The Dead, he grabbed some food and he sat down at my table and just started talking to me like, I'm just another guy. Those are the kind of things that are kind of neat to see that, they're just like us.
Right.
Look at the red rock. It's so cool.
The Armistead family just arrived in Colorado from Delaware. Their first stop, Red Rocks.
This is really something. So you can see Denver. See the city down there?
The first concert was in 1941. The rest is music history generations have enjoyed.
I like ABBA and the Bee Gees. They think that's very comical.
Nancy and Bill McDowell brought their teenagers here from California. They were newlyweds when they saw In Excess in the 80s.
It wasn't real romantic because it was raining and storming. And,
I remember it as being very romantic.
So romantic, she remembers the seats.
Yeah, over to the left, right over here. That's what we should buy for our backyard, honey.
They can do just that. Anyone can. There are 9,475 seats to be exact, 70 rows of benches. They are the originals. For 67 years, they have been well worn, to say the least, holding up to far more than concert goers. Now they're being replaced.
Instead of throwing the wood away, we wanted to find some ways to reuse the lumber. One of those ways is to auction off the benches to the public and allow people to purchase a piece of Red Rocks history.
So FS and Leroy, you know who you are. You can now place an online bid for those benches you carved a memory into that one night during that one show.
We really look at it as a chance for people to embrace the memories that they've already made at Red Rocks.
At Red Rocks, Cheryl Preheim, 9 News.